message to Kamala Harris is, how dare you call people a racist for wanting to close down that wide open border? Our message to Kamala Harris is, how dare you call the citizens of your own country bad people because they don't want a flood of illegal migration in their country? Kamala Harris, how dare you attack the citizens of your own country for not wanting their children to die of fentanyl overdoses? Kamala Harris, how dare you call the citizens of your own country bad people? You're a bad person for causing this border crisis. We are not bad people for complaining about it. So to Kamala Harris, we have one final message on the economy, and I've got some advice for you, Kamala, on how you can answer this question about your specific plans. No more word salad about how you grew up in a middle-class family. Unleash American energy, unleash American workers. That's how you open up this country, and that's how you lower prices for American citizens. We've got local services, local schools, even in this state, even some of our small towns in the state of North Carolina, where they've had a massive influx of children who don't even speak English. And I've got nothing against those children, by the way, but when you drop a bunch of kids into our rural school districts that don't speak English, then who suffers? It's the children in those districts who deserve to get a good education and aren't because of Kamala Harris's policies. And I happen to believe that we are, my friends, I think that we're the most compassionate country in the whole world, and I don't want to change that. But for American leadership, our compassion must start with American citizens. It must start with people right here at home. This race is about as simple as it could be, and you can tell that it's simple because Kamala Harris, more than any candidate in the history of presidential politics, is running away from a record instead of to a record. And there are all these different takes, all these different spins we can put on this race, but I think the most simple and the most direct is that Donald Trump had a record to be proud of and Kamala Harris has a record to be ashamed of. So we're not going to promote her. We're going to say, now, I know a lot of us know young Americans, young families, our kids, our grandkids, and we just want them to be able to afford that American dream of homeownership. But thanks to Kamala Harris, it's not happening. And we got to remember, it's not just because Kamala Harris cast that tie-breaking vote on trillions of dollars in new spending. It's also because Kamala Harris let 25 million illegal aliens into this country. And as much as the media doesn't like to talk about this, when you let in 25 million people into your country that shouldn't be here, and you have them compete against Americans for scarce homes, that drives housing through the roof, and that's exactly what we've seen. This border invasion has made homeownership unaffordable for the majority of American families. And I happen to believe that we ought to have a president who says American homes go to American citizens, not to foreigners who don't even deserve to be in this country in the first place.